Since we wanted to do some hands-on exercise, I'm going to use the Google Colab, which is a cloud-based Python notebook that runs in your browser. You can write code, execute it on the Google servers, even use GPU and the TPU without owning powerful hardware. So why to use Colab? Since it doesn't need any sort of the installation, works well on the Windows, Mac on the Linux. You get access for the free GPU and the free TPU, and it's very easy sharing like the Google Docs. You can save your notebooks in your Google Drive. Since now we are going to get into some hands-on exercises, I'm going to use the Google Colab, which is a free platform. And Google Colab is a cloud-based notebook platform basically, where you can write and run codes. It doesn't execute it on your laptop. Instead, your browser can execute it to the Google Colab services through this Google Colab UI, which is basically going to allocate you a Linux virtual machine in the cloud. And this VM provides you the CPU, RAM, and the disk. Optionally, you can go for the GPU and the TPU services for the machine learning workload. Colab can access internet as well, from where you can download your datasets, call APIs, and connect to the external services. Files stored are temporary and disappear when the runtime ends, while Google Drive can be mounted as a persistence storage for advanced users. Colab can also connect to the Google Cloud resources, even run code on your local machine through the local runtime. Let's understand how to connect the Colab. So this is the URL which you can see on the top. You can sign up with your Google account, and this is going to be the first screen which you're going to get after successfully signing. So the first tab you are going to see the table of content, and it is going to tell you what exactly and where exactly you can use this Google Colab. Now I will go for the live session where I'm going to explain you what it mean by all these tabs, what exactly you can do on this platform. So first time when you log in, this is going to be the screen which you're going to see, which tells welcome to Colab. And now you see other examples as well, how to use it. You have option Google Drive, which says search notebooks. As I had mentioned earlier, whatever the notebooks you are going to create, you can save it on your Google Drive. So this is a search option if you want or looking for any specific notebook which is saved on your Google Drive. You can have a connect with the GitHub. You can upload any other file here as well. As of now, I'm going to cancel this option, and we will explain how the underlay infrastructure for the VM looks like. So let's cancel it. Let's go to connect option, and let's talk about the runtime. And the runtime type, you see the Python 3, which we are going to use throughout the series. Then you have option for R and the Julia. So R is basically used for the medical research, or maybe for the finances or statics. Julia is something which is used for scientific research. So we will stick to the Python 3. The next option you see CPU. As of now, the default is CPU. If you want to choose it for the T4, which we are going to do it, so let's go for this one. And then you have other option H100, G4, A100. So what are those options? If you remember when we were talking about a difference between the GPU and the CPU, there were a lot of infrastructure services or the hardware provided by the NVIDIA. Those are those equipments, basically the hardware. This is free. This is also from NVIDIA. T4. T is stand for Tesla. Let's save it. Now I'm going to connect it. It takes a couple of seconds. Now it is connected. Once it is connected, you can see this is the RAM offering, the system RAM basically for this free tier. which is 12.7 GB, uses 1.2 GPU. Since we are not running any of the workload, so total GPU RAM is 15 GB, which is completely free. The temporary disk associated with this VM is this much, and this 47.1 is being used. Now we are connected to a system. Let's try to connect to the terminal. That means now I'm connected to that particular box. And as I mentioned, this is NVIDIA infrastructure. So if you run a command NVIDIA-SMI, it is going to give you the detail about GPU infrastructure. So we see the driver version is this, CUDA version is 13.0, and this is Tesla T4. No running process, since we are not running any of the process. Once you run it, you can see the GPU memory uses as well. Now let's go through the tabs and the options available on the Colab. The first tab you see table of content. You can go through it, read it, what exactly you can do on this platform. The second option is find and replace. So you can find any of the text on your notebook, you can replace it as well. Then you have code snippets, then you have data inspector, and then you have secrets. You can basically store your secrets here. So if you go and explore the API integration, so you need to store the secrets for those APIs here, which you can do. Then you have files. So basically you can manage your files from here. You can upload and delete it. Then you have a data explorer. On the top you have option which tells add AI prompt cell. So if you click on it, now it is telling you your AI prompt cell is ready, and the options you are going to get here is 2.5 flash, 2.5 flashlight, 3.5 flash. If you have a paid version, you might see option for other models as well. So I'm going to delete it, and let's go to the start guide and let's talk about it. Let me do a copy of this command. As you can see, there are other models are also available. And if you go back and add code, here you can add the code and you can run it. These are the one which we have seen from UI. Same things is reflecting from this code as well. That is, my access is limited to all these three codes. Similarly, you can run any of the code just like this. Then you have a run all. So if you have multiple codes and you want to run those all together, you can click on the run all. On the top, you can create new notebook in the drive. You can open it, upload it, you can save it, then edit option, then you have a view option, insert, runtime. We will explore these options when we do some hands-on exercises. I think as of now, to start with, this information should be good enough for you. Let's try to have some more fun here. So I added these insert code cells for each commands, and we will execute it one by one. So if I execute the same command I had executed from the terminal, let's do it from here. So you are going to see the same output. Then if you want to see ls, you have only sample data. You can see this terminal is running on Ubuntu. Similarly, your login as a root. And now if you want to test some sort of the connectivity on the internet, let's do a ping. Ping doesn't work for some security reason. So you can do the curl command. It tells you HTTP to code 200. That means it's working. Now, if you want to do NSLOOKUP, your NSLOOKUP works. If you want to see what is your public IP address on this is not the IP from the laptop, but this is the public IP associated with the cloud running VM, which is provided by the Google. Now you can see what is the Python version you're running. Similarly, if you want to have more fun, you can add more commands and run it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.